Hello there everyone, Dr. Z aka Rotary Kick here, and welcome to my let's play of Perimeter Geometry of War. Now you may have a little bit of cognitive dissonance here because, well, I'm speaking English and the game is in Russian, but there is a reason for that. There is another let's play of Perimeter Geometry of War, but it's let's play of English version, and English version has some plot points cut out of that. So it turns this original mindfucky plot into your basic good versus evil plot. Now, before we begin, I want to give you a really short backstory. Somewhere in the 21st century, a new people appeared on Earth. They called themselves spirits. They were scientists, prophets, and stuff like that. They they greatly advanced human scientific progress, and one of the greatest breakthroughs were the portals. The portals allowed people to transfer themselves through some sort of space into different worlds. Those worlds were not worlds in physical sense, but rather interesting bubbles of matter amidst pure nothing. And those worlds, they were not just some sort of pieces of land. They were, so shall we say, created under influence of human minds. So thus these worlds, this system of worlds was called the psychosphere. However, the psychosphere was not all that safe and cool for humans. No, it didn't like them at all, and one day it invaded Earth, and then spirits and their followers they suggested a way to save the humankind by going into the psychosphere and traveling to New Earth through it. And well, not everyone agreed with that. The Earth government decided to destroy the portals, to shut the corridors. However, spirits and their followers, they managed to go away before this happened. So they left stranded on the worlds that were closest to the Earth. And well, there also were some stranded, what's it called, discoverers, I guess. Well, basically there were a lot of humans stuck in psychosphere, then corridors collapsed due to Earth government destroying the corridors. So they had to survive, and well, to survive they built large cities called frames. Those cities were able to travel through this universe. The universe they called the Sponge, by the way, because, well, as you can see in the background, it consisted of lots and lots of bubble worlds, which, well, kind of reminded of a sponge. Well, yeah. So, the game takes place a few hundred years after the Exodus began, after the corridors collapsed and the frames were built. So we're going to go in as Legate, as one of the frame commanders. So right now we have two missions available to us, the tutorial mission and the Easter mission. We're going to start with the tutorial mission, as I'm going to give a bit more details on how this universe work, and as we're going to be tutored how to play the game, so to speak. So yeah, if anyone going to say that I didn't tell everything about the backstory, please keep that all silent. I don't wanna have any more spoilers. Well, spoilers you can say. Well, I'm going to explain stuff as we move on, because this game gets much more interesting towards its midsection. So let's begin our tutorial mission. We got alone.
Приветствую тебя, легат. Сейчас мы испытаем оборудование, позволяющее исходу выживать и двигаться к своей цели. Мы разработали технологии, которые очень пригодятся тебе. Они поддерживают и защищают твой народ на его великом пути. Это твой фрейм, грандиозное сооружение, дом для тысяч людей. Ты должен вести и защищать этот мобильный город. Здание поменьше на выровненной поверхности – это завод. Заводы производят базовых роботов для защиты от опасностей, подстерегающих нас здесь. Красно-желтый знак над строением показывает, что этот завод сейчас не снабжается энергией. Он никому не принадлежит. Тебе нужно подготовить больше территории для обеспечения завода энергией. Посмотри на панель, легат. Видишь эти мигающие кнопки управления бригадиром? Активируй несколько бригадиров, нажав на соответствующие кнопки.
Okay, so here's our frame. This frame called cluster. It's one of the primary Exodus frames, and well, basically it's your mobile city. Each of these frames contains 100,000 of humans and 100 spirits. Now, each frame... hold on. I'm gonna pause the game because, well, there is one certain thing. When your frame is like this, you can see it's floating, it consumes your energy. And when energy run out, you are basically screwed. So yeah, where was I? Oh, so yeah. Inside each frame there is very strict rules, regulations. People must follow them like really tight. I don't know the English word for this. So if you break the rules, you get annihilated because you create hazard to entire city. That's gonna be explained later too, because, well, it's kinda interesting thing. Because, as I said, the psychosphere worlds were not very friendly to humankind. So this is, by the way, the whole world we're in. So yeah, pretty nice looking world, and this is called the Chaos. No, not that kind of chaos! Alright, so again. So, this world, how it functions. Basically, you have this substance here. This is the ground of the world. It's called scum. Why is it called this way? Well, you're gonna find out in a few next missions. So, when you level the scum to a certain level, you get a zero layer. And when scum has zero layer, it begins to produce a huge amount of energy, like insane amounts of energy, and it's the only altitude that is not really aggressive towards static objects like buildings and frames. So, well, that out of the way, let's release our brigadiers. Brigadiers are small truck-like things that will do terraforming for us using their scoops.
Хорошо. Бригадиры готовы выравнивать поверхность для твоей базы, но для этого ты должен сначала указать им, где именно это нужно делать. Бригадир инструмент зерослой слева на панели.
Alright, so we have 3 terraforming tools. We don't have one available in all missions. This is the zero layer tool. It used to create the zero layer. Here should be the trench tool. It used to build trenches all the way down to the chaos to hinder enemy movement. Because I'm gonna show you, the chaos is basically absolute nothing. Well, you didn't see my gesture there, but anyway, it's absolute nothing. And as you can see, it will damage any unit that enters it. This basically means instant death to any small units.
Помня, что мы способны жить и строить только на нем. Я показала тебе подходящую область для этого, легат.
Alright, let's us do terraforming.
Инструменте показывает расстояние до зерослоя в каждой точке поверхности. Чем больше это число, тем больше работы для бригадиров в этом месте.
Alright, as you can see, there are two kinds of areas we have here.
Отличная работа, легат. Смотри, как бригадиры подготавливают для тебя ландшафт с помощью своих многочисленных ковшей.
These dots here, they are apparently they are some sort of wireframe for terrain, because the terrain itself is made of voxels, and that's really cool. I don't understand why not many games use this voxel technology. Maybe because it's something really hard to understand. I don't know. I'm not a programmer, I'm a radio electronics device setter. What do you want from me? So basically that's what these small things, they are called the scoops, and actually they're not that small. They're about the size of a cargo truck, I guess. Yeah, they were kinda small, then the brigadiers were like Mark 1, Mark 2, but these brigadiers are way bigger and they more advanced, and if I remember correctly, they are controlled.
Для этого надо построить ядро. Это делается с помощью прорабов, задача которых для замены бригадира на прораба выбери любого бригадира левой клавишей, а затем нажми кнопку обмена на панели.
Alright, before I was interrupted, I'm gonna pause again. The brigadiers and those buildmasters, or as they called in Russian, foremans, they're controlled remotely from inside the frame by a whole groups of people, because originally they tried to use neural networks to control it. However, the psychosphere had a very interesting reaction to artificial intelligence. So, as we were just told, we need to exchange our brigadier for buildmaster, or foreman, if you like. I used to keep 3 brigadiers around, just so, you know, we could build and terraform in the same efficiency. By the way, if you want something to be built, terraformed more efficiently, you can move brigadier or foreman close to it. So yeah, as I said, the zero layer produces a whole lot of energy, and how do we...
Теперь в открывшемся меню выбери ядро. Оно позволит собирать энергию с окружающего зерослоя.
Yeah, and how do we collect it? Of course, we build cores.
Подходящее место. Теперь прораб использует наши запасы энергии для строительства ядра с помощью блоков. Каждый блок требует энергии. Этими же блоками прорабы могут ремонтировать. Прекрасно. Соединение работает согласно расчетам. Как видишь, завод теперь снабжен энергией и принадлежит нам. Любое строение в зоне энергетического покрытия ядра будет автоматически подключено к энергосети. Наступил благоприятный момент для испытания защитного периметра этого ядра. Чтобы включить периметр, используй кнопку «Тотальная защита» в центре панели. Прораб внемлет.
Alright, so now we have an ability to use the perimeter. What is the perimeter, you may say? Perimeter is the force field that blocks everything. The only downsides are that it consumes a shitload of energy per second, and you cannot shoot from inside the perimeter either. So, also if you look at the core, you may see this green pillar inside. As the perimeter takes damage from stray shots, this thing will slowly drop down. If it drops down all the way, the perimeter will disengage, and the core will have to recharge to re-engage it again. Also, note this area around here. This is called the mirrored surface. What is the mirrored surface? It's the surface where your core collects energy. And if you say spread your cores, like if you set your cores like this, you'll not get very much energy from each one, but if you will set them like this, your energy output will grow like exponentially. So let's wait no further and activate our perimeter and make the title drop.
Очень хорошо. Периметр работает в пределах заданных параметров. Посмотри, как он образует защитный купол вокруг любого строения поблизости от ядра. Обрати внимание, что индикатор энергии в центре панели изменил свой цвет с зеленого на красный. Сейчас он показывает быстрый расход. Наш энергозапас стремительно уменьшается.
Yep, we're losing energy.
Работающий периметр расходует внушительное количество энергии, поэтому используй его только в случае необходимости. На этом проверка периметра завершена, легат. Выключи защитный купол.
Alright, now again pause, so we don't lose much energy in the process. You can also see the status of your defensive shield on these dots. The more dots are on the perimeter of the field, perimeter, the more healthy the shield is. Also, if I remember correctly, the more damaged the shield is, the more red it becomes. So, as you can see, it's somewhat blue right now, but as it takes damage, it also will become more like orange, yellow, red, and then it fails completely. Okay, so let's shut it down.
Теперь, когда завод подключен к нашей энергосети, используй его для производства нескольких роботов.
Alright, we're gonna build some robots now.
Закажи 3 наноофицеров, нажав соответствующую кнопку в панели управления складом. Так мы называем мобильные группы роботов. Сейчас у тебя только одна такая группа.
Alright, pausing again. Here are our squad panel. Squad is basically what it sounds like. Squad is, well, squad of units. And how are units made in this game? Well, that's a very interesting mechanic itself. So, as you see, we have access to nano officers. They are like very basic units. The nano officers actually can't even damage anything. They only freeze stuff they attack. So, but they can fly. So, we're going to order 3 nano officers, as we're told.
Заказаны и скоро будут в твоем распоряжении.
I like this little
Кстати,
animation.
надеюсь, ты уже разобрался, как управлять камерой наблюдения и можешь вращать, наклонять и приближать ее по своему усмотрению. Наноофицеры не наносят урон противнику, но могут удерживать его своим особым парализующим лучом. Склад в пути.
Yeah, like that. So, basically, right mouse button is everything in this.
Позже тебе потребуется еще 2 типа базовых роботов. Наносолдаты и нанотехники. Они производят... Наносолдаты — это простейшие боевые роботы с ограниченными наступательными способностями. Нанотехники безоружны, но могут ремонтировать другие машины в некотором радиусе от себя. Базовые роботы служат наноматериалом для создания других, более сложных роботов, управляемых дистанционно с нашей базы. Легат, нам потребуется одна из лабораторий для получения доступа к нанотехнологиям. В зоне покрытия имеющегося ядра построй другое ядро и лазерную лабораторию, используя строительное меню. Заметь, что чем больше у тебя прорабов и чем ближе они к объекту, тем быстрее идет строительство. Это же правило относится и к бригадирам.
Okay, so before I was there interrupted, but well, the game already explained that there are 2 more types of robots. These are nano officers, and there also are nano soldiers, which are basic assault units. And nano engineers that can repair damaged units. So, and there's also something, they explained something that not really obvious, well, at first, but I'm gonna show you something. So, see, I'm moving my foreman away from this side. So, when I'm going to put the core here, watch how much time it will take them to build it. So you see, it takes long time to build if your buildmasters are away. Buildmasters, foremen. Yeah, I'm gonna call them buildmasters from now on. Also, your frame, as you can see, when it connected to the core, well, you probably saw that already. It kinda opens, and what more important, when it's connected to the cores, it can move. So keep that in mind. There's also another core mechanics with frames, but I'm gonna explain that later. So I'm gonna put this down here and watch how fast we're gonna build it. This is a laser laboratory. One of the most common openings in this game is to build laser laboratory, so you can start making sniper squads.
Теперь ты способен превращать массу простейших базовых роботов в более сложные типы наступательных машин. И наоборот.
Alright, now we can transform our unit into something more useful. And the other way around too.
Красный индикатор на контрольной панели сквада показывает уровень энергии трансформации, накопленный этим сквадом. Энергии будет достаточно, когда индикатор... Теперь сквад готов к трансформации. Для создания одного робота-снайпера нужно всего 3 наноофицера. Разные типы сложных роботов требуют разных наборов базовых роботов. Так, сам нажми кнопку снайпер на панели, чтобы отдать приказ совершить трансформацию твоего сквада в указанный тип роботов.
Okay, let us transform our non-officers into sniper.
Чтобы переместить снайперский сквад, выдели его левой клавишей.
Oh, what's this?
На поверхности, куда он должен попасть. Попробуй. Легат, у нас есть возможность проверить наступательный потенциал снайпера. Недалеко отсюда возникла небольшая область, зараженная скверной, проклятием этих миров. Отправь снайперский сквад на перехват к уничтожению возникшей скверны. Ты можешь усиливать свой сквад для заказа новых базовых роботов. Не забывай при этом трансформировать их в снайперов.
So as you can see, sniper is this one small thing. It can attack everything except buildings.
Это было достаточно просто.
It can also attack nanobots produced by buildmasters and brigadiers.
Постепенно ты узнаешь, что разные роботы обладают разными атакующими и защитными возможностями. Если ты будешь верно, помни, что все строения и войска требуют энергии для постройки и содержания. Расходуй ее разумно, легат. Для добычи энергии расширяй свою территорию и строй ядра в достаточном количестве. Твое первое испытание закончено, легат. Пока я довольна твоим прогрессом. Цвет миров ждет тебя.
Alright, and this completes the tutorial. Snipers also have one of the largest attack ranges, I guess. And also large squads of snipers are often used in later missions as, well, I'm gonna show you. So, this concludes our tutorial mission. Oh, excuse me, I dropped something. I hope it wasn't, well, I don't know, too mind-boggling or something. Well, anyway, I'll see you in the next mission.